Hi, and welcome to Missing Mondays with, in my opinion, in Sherry's opinion, this little girl that I'm going to talk to you about doesn't need an introduction, but she deserves one. And I'm going to talk to you about Summer Wells. I have made several videos about Summer, and one of them was my predictions of what happened to her, in my opinion, and it's all allegedly. I am gifted by God a special gift, and I choose to use that gift for good. And I have said since the very beginning that Summer's breath was taken by her mother. And I don't mean that she was suffocated with a pillow or strangled or anything like that. I really don't know exactly how, but I could feel the breath being taken from Summer. My theory is that the picture we saw with her leaning against the milk was she was drugged during that time. I think she got into something she shouldn't have, and she got tired and fell asleep on June 16th, 2021. And I believe that instead of Candace saying to us, she said to us that when they got home, Summer just popped up and that was it. You know, she went running and playing and all that stuff. I don't believe that. I believe Summer was drugged accidentally. She took something that was in that truck on the 15th of June. And she went to sleep, and it was a deep sleep. And Candace didn't get her out of the truck. I believe that Candace let Summer sleep so she didn't have to mess with her. But it was hot, and she was drugged. And normally, if she'd have woke up, she could have got out. Windows down, windows up. Either way, it doesn't matter. If she has been into a drug that is not supposed to be taken by a child. And I think Candace flipped out and her mom took care of it. I still believe that Candace, whatever she's called, I believe she is the one who took Summer's body and disposed of it. Now, in my first video, I explained that Grandis took Summer's body and buried it. I know this is terrible to hear. This is my theory. And I feel like Dawn just knew the story that Candace told him. At some point, she broke down and told him the truth. And that's why he's saying he's covering up for her. That's why he's keeping her away from the media. And that's why he's making a fool out of himself on YouTube. Or he was. He did tell the story of her being abducted, because that's what Candace was telling him. I don't believe in the red truck. I don't believe in a scream. I don't believe in the whole come up and abducted her. It's not feasible. I mean, there's maybe like a tiny percentage of a chance that something like that could happen up there. There's too many dogs that would be barking. Whether they know you or not, they're going to be barking. And if Summer was in stress over somebody trying to take her away, she would have been making a lot of noise, unless somebody drugged her. So I don't get that kidnapping theory. I think she died in the pickup because Candace left her in there knowing that she was drugged. And she just died from the medication she took and the heat. And I have talked to Summer because I was trying to find out where she was, like everybody else. But when I talked to Summer, I asked her, "Are you by your house?" And she said yes. She is still on the property. And I said in the very beginning that she was under a house or something like that, or maybe a septic or a well or something. I said, but she's on that property. She's covered up by boards and a bunch of junk piled up on top of her. She's down in a hole. And with her little body, it hadn't yet begun to smell. Now, I do trust everything that dogs do. Dogs are good. Dogs have a job. They're trained well. They don't have a reason to lie. And I trust dogs a lot more than I do humans. So, they have instincts. They have a different bark for different reasons. If you've been around dogs as long as I have, you would know that they almost can talk to you if you really are in tune with your dog. It's like when you get a newborn baby, you know their cry. It's the same way with a dog. You know their bark. And I just feel like this has been a big cover-up. I also feel that Rose Bly, I don't know if she's under cement, but she was taken out. She was killed either by her husband from a long time ago, but her mother, Candace, Candace, was involved in it. I've said that from the very beginning, and I stick to that. And as we go through time, things are happening. Some of the things that I'm saying are coming to pass. There are a lot of confusing things in this story. Why did Candace, whatever, leave when her granddaughter was missing, and her daughter needed all the support she could get. For the people who think it was an accident, I believe that too. But that does not change the fact that those kids were not taken care of properly. That home was a disaster. It was not fit to live in. They've been working on it, and hopefully by now it's better. But I don't believe they'll ever get their kids back. Never. Because Dawn is getting ready to be taken to Utah. I believe this. And when he gets taken to Utah for the crimes he did to his sisters and probably others, probably several others, he is going to go to prison. And in my opinion, Candace is going to break down. I've said that before. I've said all of this before. Candace is going to break down. She cannot make it without Dawn. And I think that's when we're going to find Summer. And then the ladies will be arrested. Grandis and Candace, both. Because Candace is so controlled over Dawn that with him being there and her not talking, it's pretty obvious. I don't believe that she's in water. I don't believe that she was I don't know. I'm just going to say this. And with this being an open investigation, and people are still looking for her and things, there's been a lot happening with this case. With the candle scandal and all these GoFundMes and not just trying to get money raised for for Summer's rescue. And this team has done so well raising lots of money to help find Summer as a reward fund. Because we want her home, one way or the other. Just like we want everybody that's missing home, one way or the other. There was no reason for Grandis to leave at that time. But she's good at that. She leaves a lot. When things happen in her life, she leaves. Dawn made an appearance at work that day. But he wasn't working all day. He was really close to home because he was there and he left and then he came back. So I don't know how there is an abduction story. I don't buy it. I never did. Because I see things that nobody else wants to see. It's a burden I bear. But psychics are real. We are. I think everybody has some abilities. Others just have more, a lot more. And so, we didn't ask for this. We didn't want it. But you have to be really careful what kind of psychic you pick to watch, because there's a lot of them that are not real. I don't need EMF detectors. I don't need tarot cards. I don't need anything. The only reason that I ever use a pendulum is to show the answers in a visual way for you. I do readings online, or on my Facebook, or not Facebook. No, I do it on my email. By the way, my Facebook's been hacked, so if you get a message from me from Facebook or Instant Messenger or something, it's not me. Because I'm not going to put Facebook in my life again. I'm not going to use Facebook. I don't feel that Hunter was an alibi, a pawn. She may have planned, well, if he's there, I can pawn it off on him and say he did it. I don't believe any of the lies they've told. I don't like the tricks they've pulled on other people, specifically Mary. I think that was cruel and evil. They have never searched for their daughter. They barely say her name. I have never seen Candace cry a real tear for her daughter. I don't believe that Don killed Summer because that was his favorite toy. And he was grooming her. He took showers with her. He slept with her. He has essayed many little girls in his life. And from what Mary has said, which is his half-sister or stepsister, he has performed acts with the family pet. These two, the parents, Candace and Dawn, they have both had criminal records. We all know that. They both have a temper. They both were previously married and lost the children that they had. Candace's first two, with her first husband, they lost because the 2-year-old son was beaten in the head with a baseball bat at 2. And now he is neurologically damaged. And I'm not sure if he still lives in a home, a medical facility, or what. But Candace's son, Andrew, and Candace, the daughter that was just a newborn at the time, were taken away from Candace and her first husband. And Candace now had 4 children, 3 boys and Summer, with Dawn. Summer came up missing. DHS, CPS, whatever it's called in your town, came and took the boys. Why that? That's guilty, isn't it? At least of an unsafe home. And then we have Dawn, who was married previously, tried to sell his children, got his dope, went home, so stoned, I guess, I'm assuming. His wife wanted to know where the kids were, as if she cared, because she didn't take care of them. We've heard stories, and I believe those stories, because I believe Mary. There's a lot of finger poking going on, pointing at others. The only ones that are to blame in this story are Candace, Grandis, and Dawn. And soon, Dawn will be taken to Utah. Candace will fall apart without him. I'm hoping she will tell everything. I know when Dawn's gone and he's in jail, there's a lot of people going to come forward. And then when Candace and Grandma go to jail, people are going to be crawling out of the woodwork like roaches. Oh, I seen this and I seen that and I knew this and I knew that. But they're too afraid to say. And everybody wants Summer to be alive. We all do. But we have to face the reality that she isn't. All we could do is, by the law, get Dawn out of there, get him arrested, so Candace will fall apart. She will. Mark my words. I hope she doesn't hurt herself. I've been concerned about that for a long time now. Because if she does, the secret's going to go with her. I mean, the real truth of this. And who knows if she'd even tell the truth anyway. But we're going to have Dawn, Candace, and Grandis all with handcuffs on soon. And I said this 6 months ago. There's going to be 2 arrests and probably 3. I mean, I see Grandis with Summer's body. I do. Grandis has done it before with Rose, I believe, in my opinion. But that's just my opinion. There has been so much going on with this story. And it has drove a wedge in between people in the YouTube community who try to do good. And then we have these other people that just want clicks and views and donations. Donations on Summer's head. And that's why I don't do a whole lot of Summer videos. And I don't do it for clicks and views. I mean, I would like for people to look at her photo. And when we had that one where the YouTubers got together and they raised money for her reward fund, I would have wanted, if that was my child, I would have wanted my picture, my baby's picture on that shirt so everybody could see what she looks like. And if I had to, I would get a loan or borrow money or something to get t-shirts made, and I would give them out. I would give those t-shirts away so people would wear them and show who Summer is. Her face needs to be out there. And another YouTuber, I don't know what happened with that. Greed. He ended up walking away with a lot of money, and I don't know what's happening with him right now, but I'm sure he is going to be fined or prosecuted or something. He needs to pay for that, because that was a lot of money. That was a lot of money off of innocent people that were trying to help and show support for the billboards that were put up, which one only got put up and it didn't get put up for the whole month. And so when we look for Summer, we need to look close to home. She says that's where she is, and I'm believing her. I believe her. She would know. I asked her if she missed her mommy. She said no. I asked her if she missed her daddy. It was kind of he paid attention to her. And a lot of it wasn't good attention. But I do think that Don loved her. And some of it was in a sick way. But Summer was starving. She was starving for attention. And I don't want her. I don't want little Summer Wells to have died in vain. I want something done, like a law put in place. Some way, any way that we can, with Summer's name on it. Because she has been done so wrong by her parents. She fell through the cracks. Why? That kind of stuff makes me mad. There were neighbors, there were church people, there was people from the school, there was CPS already involved in their case. They knew how these children were living. Why did they leave them there? That's what upsets me. We got another little girl that's missing. 5 years old. I think she was 3, 5. But yeah, I'll get to that one. Her parents never reported her missing. And they're arrested. No body, but they've been arrested. And this little girl was taken away from her parents at 7 months old. I'm not talking about Summer, I'm talking about this other little girl. And this little girl was just as sweet as she could be. She had a daddy and a mommy that loved her. They were her foster parents. And this little girl was given back to her birth parents. Didn't take long at all. Just days. And she was gone. This happens all the time. If there is a severe reason why a child is taken out of a home, and somebody that fosters them falls in love with them, and they're happy and healthy children, leave them alone. They're actually going to have a good life. And you give them back to their parents, and then the kids die. I know how the system works. They want to keep families together. But sometimes they need to realize that sometimes people should not have kids. That's just the way it goes. Not everybody's meant to be a parent. And sometimes these people who do this, they have children for the benefits. It's called Babies for Benefits. Watch the AFC. He'll tell you all about it. My friend John over there. Or Jay, sorry. I was thinking about John. But he's all about kids. And there's a lot of kids right now that are missing. There's a lot of adults missing. But the children, that's where it hurts. It hurts when people are not found. People don't just vanish. They don't just go poof and they're gone. People see things, they know things, and then you just say something. If you see something, say something. Especially when it comes to an innocent child that can't defend themselves over a grown adult. If you think about DV between a husband and a wife, what happens to her? That's bad. But it's even 10 times worse when that action happens to a child. A poor little innocent kid. There are so many stories that I have heard about so many kids. And Michael Vaughn. I'm going to do another video about Michael Vaughn as well. But this one's about Summer. Don't use the death or missing child for your YouTube AdSense, okay? Don't use it as a click or view or Cash App, whatever. Don't do that. Not unless you're donating it. And then, why not just have it go directly into their fund instead of sending it to a YouTuber? If you want to send the YouTuber a super sticker, super chat, whatever, that's up to you. But if you want to help that child, the best way to do that is to add money to their fund directly. Don't give your money to a YouTuber for a fundraiser. I mean, I trust John and Q Carlock, but it's just so much easier. That's how I want to do it on my channel. I want us to gather the money, and give a big chunk to this. I don't want to touch any of it. I just want the computer to take care of it and send it to Summer or Michael Vaughn or the California City Boys. They have a big one. It's like $125 now, or $125,000. Michael Vaughn, his is up to $50,000 for his reward. And I don't know what the stipulations on these rewards are. Our children have already been exploited. Don't exploit them anymore. Just try to keep their name out there. And if you're subs out there, if you're subs or members to anybody, send your money directly to their account. And that will help to raise money for a reward. So maybe somebody will talk. It's cold outside. It's Christmas time. We want Summer home. We want Summer home safe. But I don't see that happening, honestly. But we need to bring her home and give her that great, big, beautiful send-off with respect, instead of burying her in the yard or something. So, that's my spiel. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. And pray for Summer. Thank you.